Hi everybody, it's Chris from the Evermore podcast, Newcastle podcast, and the Evermore YouTube channel. We're back with another match preview for our game against Liverpool at Anfield this Wednesday after their fresh battering of Bournemouth 9-0. Many fans aren't looking too forward to this one, to be honest with you, but we're going to get stuck right into it in a minute. Just before I do a little bit of housekeeping, if you haven't already, please click that like and subscribe button. We'd love to have you on board. We've had loads of new subs recently. We really appreciate it, even over the last couple of days. We're up to about 1,734, so we're really close to the 1,800 mark. So please hit the button, hit that notification bell, and make sure you don't miss any of the videos, whether it be our live weekly podcast that we do every week, Monday and Wednesday, Thursday this week because there's a game, or just the pop-up videos that we do like this, so the rumour has it, or the match previews. We'd love to have you on board. All free content, no charges paid in these difficult times. So we just love talking about the club with you guys as well. So let's get stuck into this. So we're travelling down to Anfield, obviously this Wednesday. I think it's a 7:45 kickoff, I think it is. Tough game, no doubt about that. I think I said a couple of episodes ago, Liverpool are no great shakes, and they went and battered Bournemouth 9-0, which has now cost Bournemouth their manager. Scott Parker has been binned from what I can gather. Doesn't surprise me. Bournemouth look really poor. I think they're just in a league where they're just a level below. I don't think they've invested well enough. I don't think their players are good enough. We've seen teams do this before, come at the championship, and from the championship just be everyone's whipping boys. And it isn't great for the Bournemouth fans, good fan base, obviously very close to our manager, Eddie Howe's heart, Callum Wilson, Fraser, guys like that, Matt Ritchie. There was a real connection between our two clubs because of the players and the manager. It's not nice to see them get humped week in, week out like that. Parker's gone. I don't know who's going to come in. You'd like to think it would be somebody of a similar ilk, a young manager, but it'd probably be some fat idiot like Sam Allardyce that'll keep them up playing the ugliest football you've ever imagined. And then he'll get plaudits from all the tossers in the media like Richard Keys and Gray and Souness and Jim White and these people on Talk Sport for Big Sam doing it again. But enough about that. It's a shame for Bournemouth. But obviously Liverpool were on song that game. They look fantastic. Firmino was back in the goals. Trent Alexander-Arnold looked great going forward. He's still not great at the back though. He can be caught. I'm going to come on to that in a minute. But yeah, Liverpool themselves look back to their best. 9-0 is a hell of a win for any team in the Premier League at top flight level. I don't think anyone's done it since Manchester United. I know Leicester did it to Southampton, I think it was. But Manchester United did it to, obviously Ipswich did it a few years ago. So not many teams yet beat 9-0, no matter how crap they are. But yeah, Liverpool do look tasty going into this fixture. And for us, we're weakened. We're missing a hell of a lot of players here. I think we're missing up to about 5. Well, they thought it was going to be 5 players, but Eddie Howe has given us a bit of an update recently. So we know without Bruno Guimaraes, he's not going to make it for this game. Eddie was a bit more positive on Bruno. What he did say was he's doing well. And I don't know about this game, but hopefully not too far after that. He's very positive and good spirits. He's desperate to get back. He's a big player, and we need him back as soon as possible. We absolutely do 100%. I'm not sure what it means for this game in terms of the lineup. I think what we'll probably end up seeing, would be Sean Longstaff playing again. I mean, I'd love us to stop there, Anderson. I really would in that midfield. I think he's shown enough cameos to show he's worth a gamble. I don't think he's overawed by big experiences, big grounds, expectation. He just seems to take it all in stride as the young lad. So I'd love to see Elliot Anderson playing in that midfield alongside Joe Linton and probably Joe Willock for some real energy in there. But I've got a feeling he'll probably stick with Joe Linton, Joe Willock and John Drushelli. I wish Sean Longstaff in that midfield 3. Callum Wilson's obviously missing up front, which is a massive blow. There is also a bit of a blow here as well, potentially, that Eddie was asked about Alexander Isak, and we still haven't got the confirmation on this paperwork here. Now, I don't think Eddie Howe's played mind games with the press here because it doesn't seem to be his style, but he was asked about Alexander Isak's availability, and he said, I still don't know. We desperately hope so. It'd be great to have him involved. We're in the hands of other people. Again, it seems to be a Brexit issue, I think, with paperwork. Somebody told me that a Millwall player took 4 weeks to register because obviously we're not in the EU anymore, which is just mental, really, when you think about it. But he did say we've got until 75 minutes before kickoff, so it could go down to the wire. I don't know how much of that is obviously him just playing around with Liverpool, so they throws their pre-match planning off or whatnot, but we desperately need Alexander Isak in the lineup here to try and get anything from this game. If we start with Chris Wood, I just don't think he's mobile enough to give Liverpool any real threat. He works hard and everything, but you've got to be playing Alexander Isak up front. You really have to. Either side of him, obviously it looks like Miguel Almiron will start again. Been some rumours about Almiron potentially leaving, but I can't see that happening until we get bodies in. We'll maybe cover that in a rumour transfer video over the next day or so before the window closes. But Maxi's a real doubt in this game. He pulled up with a hamstring towards the back end of the game. I think he raced back to track back, something that we always moan that he doesn't do enough of. It looks like he may have injured himself. So Maxi's touch and go. But the good news is that Kieran Trippier is shaking off whatever was giving him discomfort towards the back end of that Wolves game. So at least we'll have Trippier playing. So in terms of the starting lineup, I haven't got a graphic to show. I'm just going to talk it through. I'm probably looking at Nick Pope, Trippier. I think it'll go Shaw, Botman, and Target. I think will start this game. I think Burn might be the one to sit out. As good as he's been, I think Target at left back definitely gives us a bit more mobility and dealing with the marauding wing backs as well, like Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson either side. I think that does give us a bit more there to handle. Midfield, even though we struggled in the Wolves game a bit, I think Joe Willock and Sean Longstaff will play alongside Joe Litton, as I said, and hopefully up front it will be Maximin, Isak up front, I hope, and Miguel Moran. If that isn't the case, we'll be looking at Chris Wood coming in again, and potentially, you could have maybe a Jacob Murphy or a Ryan Fraser come in. Again, I'd love to see Elliot Anderson get a game. I really do. I really think he's ready. But obviously Eddie knows better than we do, so I'm not too sure whether he'll take that gamble on Elliot Anderson. In terms of another blow to the squad, just to mention this as well for cover, I think we'll be linked to a West Ham right back on loan, I believe it is. Is it Salisbury or Halsbury or something? £2.5 million. It seems like West Ham are laughing the balls off, so it can't be that good. They think if we pay £2 million, it's a rip-off. But Emil Kraft is going to be out for about 6 to 9 months. He's obviously done his ACL after a horrendously heavy challenge against Tranmere. It's just disgusting, really. It really is. I mean, these referees, I think Nigel Pearson said it, didn't he, a few weeks ago, these referees aren't getting control of the game and players are getting hurt because of that. The referee let that Tranmere game go far too long. Stupid tackles, the one on Darla should have been a red card as well. Jamal Lascelles has his nose broken, and obviously Emil Kraft has a snapped ACL. So it's absolutely disgraceful. These referees need to get sorted and get sorted quick, or players are going to miss loads of football, potentially end their careers. So yeah, I'm not happy with that at all. We wish Emil a speedy recovery. He's been fantastic since Eddie Howe's got him, and got him on the training ground and developed him. So in terms of right back, we are quite short now in positions. I hate the thought of Jacob Murphy as a wing back. He's terrible, absolutely terrible. He's wide open. He's got no defensive brain whatsoever. And if anything happens to Trippier, we're in real trouble here. We really are. We'd have to possibly revert back to a 3 at the back. I don't know what the hell we would play. I really don't. But yeah, we might end up getting a right back coming in, potentially on loan. Eddie Howe has mentioned the loan market. We'll cover that more in the Rumour Has It video, but it doesn't look like we're going to spend any big money unless a good deal is there to be had. But that's a real shame for Emil Kraft. But that's probably how we're going to line up, I think, dealing with Liverpool. Liverpool have got pretty much, a full card selection to choose from, really. All the big hitters are back on Son. Salah decided to have a day off against Bournemouth. It's like Ferris Bueller, so he'll probably be looking to get back into the goals against us. So that'll be a real worry. Firmino back in the goals, as I said. Harvey Elliott looking decent. Jota, Luiz. So it is a bit of a scary prospect going into this game against Liverpool at Anfield. But I thought we put a real good shift in last year, and we were there. We're just going to cover some of the previous fixtures here. So I'll just pull this up. So this is the 54 Premier League games in total to Liverpool in the Premier League against these two clubs. They obviously edge it massively, 31 wins to our 11. They scored 109 goals to our 57. There's a lot of dog years in these games where under Mike Ashley we get battered 6-5, 6-7 nils, all sorts of nonsense. 17 clean sheets for Liverpool and 8 for us. But the last 5 results, as you can see there, it's not great. Obviously we get beat 1-0, got beat 3-1, we drew 1-1, we drew 0-0. We got beat 3-1 there last season as well, which was a real shame. I think there was a couple of questionable incidents in that. I remember was it Isaac Hayden get smashed in the head, I think, when the ball came over, and the referee didn't blow up for a penalty there as well. But you can see going into this game, we are still unbeaten though, to be fair. Liverpool have tasted defeat this season, so it's not outside the realms of possibility they could taste defeat again. We are still unbeaten, which is fantastic for us, but I don't think anyone's really given us much of a prayer in this game after Liverpool battered Bournemouth 9-0, but it can happen. It happens quite a lot, certainly up in Scottish football, for example, where they smash teams 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-0. The next week they get beat by a team that's beneath that team 2-1 or something. So it can happen. So I'm not going to completely write it off. Obviously, we'll be interested to see how the game goes. I'll be watching it, and then we'll be jumping on probably for a bit of a post-match chat as well shortly after it. But prediction-wise, if I'm honest, I'm probably going to go for about 3-1 to Liverpool, I think. If Isak can get some game time, maybe get himself a goal, that'll be great. That's probably going to be the best benefit to come out of this. There's more winnable games for us on the horizon. And if we can get our top players back, if we can get Bruno back, get Maxi fit, Wilson comes back as well, hopefully in the next couple of weeks alongside Isak, maybe bringing a couple of players on loan to cover these areas and give us more quality off the bench, then, we're in a real strong position. But I think Eddie Howe said that when the players come back fit, they're strong, we've got a really strong squad, and he doesn't seem overly worried about how we're going to tackle the rest of this season. So this is one of the biggest games you'll have, one of the toughest games you'll have all season. So, let's just go, enjoy it, do the best we can, get behind the lines, put in a good performance, and you just never know what's going to happen. But this is Chris signing off. As I mentioned before at the start, if you like what we do, please click that button, like and subscribe. Help us get to that 1,800 mark, and then we're pushing on to 2,000, which is unbelievable for the length of time the channel's been going. So massive thank you to everyone who's supported the cause so far. We love bringing this content, and we'll continue to bring it free as long as you guys just smash that button for us and help us grow. But yeah, let's see how we're getting on Wednesday. Let's keep supporting the lads and the team of Core United, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers, bye.